Welcome friends, welcome back to the kitchen. It is April 2020 and the world is in a little bit of disarray. And a couple of weeks ago we showed you how to make pasta at home using flour and eggs and a little bit of oil. But a lot of people said to us that not only can they not get flour where they live, which has been a bit of a problem here, they can't get eggs. So on my last trip to the grocery store, I looked in the baking aisle and I realized Durum Semolina. Nobody had bought any of the Durum Semolina. And Durum wheat, Durum is a type of wheat, and Semolina is the way that the wheat is cracked open or ground. So Durum Semolina is used in dry pasta. So if you've ever bought macaroni in a bag or spaghetti in a bag, it was probably made with Durum Semolina and one other ingredient, which is water. So this isn't a pasta that I normally make, but it is a great pasta, and it is something that you can easily do at home with an ingredient that will be available probably at your grocery store because nobody else knows what to do with it. So the recipe is super simple. Durum Semolina, water. And so the way I learned to do this was by weight. You take the weight of the semolina and then you add 60% of that weight in water. So if you had a kilo of Durum Semolina, you would add 600 grams of water. And for our non-metric friends, a kilogram is 1,000 grams, and 600 grams of water is 600 milliliters of water. What I've done today is 500 grams of semolina and 300 grams of water. And you just stir it together until it's all wet, and then pour it out onto your countertop, and you bring it together and knead it until it's smooth and elastic. So I'm going to knead this for about 10 minutes, the same way that I would knead bread. Turn it, fold it, push it out, turn it, fold it, push it out. And if you find that it's sticking to your countertop, just add in a little bit more semolina. Tiny little bit at a time. You don't want to add too much because you don't want it to get too dry. It's not hard, it just takes a little bit of time. So, push, turn, fold, push. So I think that looks great. I think we're right where we need to be. Now, I'm just going to wrap this up and let it rest. Okay, so we've come to the point in the video where you need to shape the pasta. I have spent hours with people who have worked really hard to show me how to roll it out into little ropes and then cut it into little pillow shapes and then use your thumb or the back of a knife. I just can't make it work. I don't know what my problem is. Maybe a lack of patience, and it's not something that I grew up watching people do. So I'm just going to put it through a pasta roller and cut it into, I don't know if I'm going to do spaghetti or fettuccine. So it's just a matter of rolling it through a few times to get a nice long sheet. And if it's too sticky, put a little bit more flour on it. Okay, so I took this to number 5 on the roller, and I don't think I'm going to go any thinner. So now this has a cutter attachment. I hardly ever use this machine, so excuse me while I screw it up. Okay, let's see. Not so bad. Seems to be working. Okay. So once you get the noodles, I put them a little bit more semolina on them so that they don't stick. Now this is the type of pasta that you can dry. So you're going to make a mess in your kitchen. Yeah, there's no way around it. You are going to make a mess in your kitchen. So I've got a rack set up, and you just lay them over the top of the rack like this, sort of spread them out a bit so that they don't stick, and you just let them dry. And this could take 2 or 3 days, so make sure you hang it somewhere that you can leave it. I know some people who in the summertime here in Toronto will hang this outside for a couple of days. Depending on your comfort level where you live, that's up to you. But once it's dry, you can just put it into a bag and store it, the same as you would store store-bought pasta. It is that simple. So if you want to learn how to make all those really cool shapes, I would check out Pasta Grannies. They have a great channel. They do a lot of incredible food. They are going to show you the traditional ways to make the shapes, and they're going to make it look annoyingly simple. So if you can't find regular all-purpose or bread flour at your grocery store, you're probably going to find semolina. And this is a great pasta, and it's one that stores easily. So give it a try. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.